Dun, 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 dun. One dun, 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 at a time. One.
What? Yo, the wild Ghostface reference, wasn't expecting that. Okay.
I mean, hey, he's one of the few characters who, I mean, unfortunately, it's a it got cut from the Iron Man film, but he was in the original cut of the movie that started this entire universe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about WandaVision,
Episode 6.
episode 6. This is crazy. It's it feels kind of nuts when we're watching the show because it's just like, oh, what are they gonna do next?
This one was great.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's funny because earlier today I was talking to one of my friends, and him and I were just like, he asked me before he watched it, "Yo, what'd you think?" And I was just like, "Ah, it's good. I don't think it's as good as 5." And then him and I were talking about it, and I was just like, "Actually, yeah, I feel like maybe it is as good as 5, if not better."
It's not good as 5 because we're
You
too
don't think
used
so?
to 5. No, sorry. I think we're too used to 5 like being the shocker, so we're not going to absorb
Yeah,
scripts like that. But I think 6 to me is probably my favorite.
yeah. But, I mean, in the terms of, well, okay, let's start with the whole thing. So, episode 6, you guys have seen it, so you know.
Beginning run through is basically Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, exactly. I actually forgot it was Malcolm. I was trying to remember what show. I originally told my partner, I was just like, it seems like a little bit of Lizzie McGuire meets Even Steven. But yeah, Malcolm in the Middle is definitely the show. A whole bunch of people pointed that out afterwards. So that was my bad.
We looked right at each other. I'm like, oh shit, this is Malcolm in the Middle. And then with Wiccan being Malcolm and then
Yeah.
Speed being Reese, I was like, yeah, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty, it was crazy. Like,
It was crazy.
The whole interaction between the brothers and seeing that they actually like fuck with each other was cool because the way the siblings are usually depicted in shows, there's kind of like that weird relationship, but these two who obviously know they live in a weird world, like we said last week, they realized that mom changed what day of the week it was.
Yeah.
Just off jump, it's just like, okay, so we don't live in the most normal world. Hey, our uncle showed up, our uncle that I guess they didn't know he was dead, but he wasn't around.
Right. And he's like the man child. I like that.
Yeah, playing video games with them. That Pietro was great. One thing though, unfortunately doesn't seem like he's the X-verse Pietro.
Okay.
Because he's remembering their childhood together.
Yeah, but I mean,
that he wouldn't remember a childhood, dude. Come on.
I'm not giving into that yet.
Okay. I mean, how do you remember a childhood that you didn't live?
Because I believe, just like how Wanda is holding Vision together, which we'll get to, I believe she's basically influencing people with memories they may or may not have had.
But then she says, I don't remember it that way.
She's gonna play like she don't remember it that way. She's like, it's not even so much gaslighting.
I mean, that's direct gaslighting. If you are implanting the memory in someone's head, and then when they tell you the memory, you say, I don't remember it that way.
It's whomever is harnessing her power to do this. Because remember, she doesn't know how half of these things are happening, but yet they're happening. So someone's siphoning off of her power and the ability that she can use to manipulate what was the Infinity Stone that was destroyed in this universe.
Yeah.
And yeah. So which leads me to, well, we'll get through. It's Halloween and Vision's like, I'm gonna go do my thing and y'all be safe with the kids. And
yeah, I like how he played her. She was vexed too.
Super vexed.
She even says you weren't supposed to do this. Like, I find it interesting that she keeps making references openly, even though she pulls back, but she's openly making references to being the one controlling him and controlling the situation, but is also pulling back to make sure she doesn't play her hand too much. But it was interesting because it came across as just like, well, like because he looked at her like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, she was vexed, but to all to say is that Vision went around and he found the outskirts of the West View, which was people barely moving and kind of hellish and very slow. It's almost as if like memory couldn't go out that far. Like you have RAM for a certain vicinity, and then your memory ran out, and then you can only imagine control the basic movements, and you can't control whole lives out there. Maybe because not so much your powers are weak, but it's being spent doing all the things like keeping up Wiccan and whatever. Let's talk about children appearing now.
Okay. So kids have shown up in the town. Pietro outright asks her, he calls her out on it. Like, I don't know where you've been hiding these kids. Were they just in their beds the whole time? Like,
yeah, I
and it's
don't
just
know.
and you know, now that she has kids and her and Vision have the kids, it's just like, oh, I guess I need to have kids
Mhm.
around so that our kids don't feel lost or confused about where they live and what kind of place this is. So Pietro, I mean, I like that interaction with her and Pietro at the end. I mean, the fact that she goes, Pietro, obviously, though, seems either he's very much the standard Quicksilver from the original comic who
Right.
just doesn't give a fuck and is just like he's gonna just say shit, he doesn't care about consequences, or he's being controlled by someone or playing into showing that she's controlling things. Because Homeboy coming out and telling the kids that your dad's dead, he's not gonna die a second time. What was that? That to me seemed insane.
That was off. That was a little, yeah. Whoever is doing this has access to Wanda's memories and
Yeah.
Wanda's thoughts and fears and whatever. Is just using this to play her on a bigger scale for their own whatever, for their
Yeah.
own mission. Which is why I believe Agnes is faking that whole shit.
You felt? Okay. Okay.
Man, from okay, well, when she went on, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're an Avenger." This, that, but and like, okay,
Yeah.
fine, you don't remember. That's believable. But then the like wild, crazy laugh, fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was weird. That's true. That was like, why would you end that interaction with a maniacal, as depicted, maniacal laugh when you have
Right.
subtitles? It's just like, why are you doing this?
No, I don't need. I didn't need that. That was weird.
Let's talk about the real world real quick.
Shit, that plan wasn't a plan. Like, wow.
Oh,
That wasn't a plan. She's like, why didn't you tell me about the plan? Because you could literally see on his face, he's like, I need to do something now or shit's gonna be bad. So I hope this is hard enough of a punch.
That was great though, because I like seeing agents of Atlas, Jimmy Woo. Like I want that kind of that energy from Randall Park, because I think moving forward, and people have said it, everyone's been saying they want Darcy, they want Randall. I mean, we know Rambeau's going to show up in Captain Marvel, but maybe there might be some chances of Rambeau showing up on a show if they do end up making a show, because that would be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't see Hayward's reasoning for acting so like aloof. Like, if anything, you gave yourself up now with your whole like, get them out of here and
you played your hand.
Wild diss to her mom being dead. You're gonna get like, that's why I feel like he's something of not this world, because you got to be a level of
you're talking to a black woman. You don't talk about a black woman's mama like that.
They don't have black people rules in the MCU apparently. Like, you can just talk to black women all kinds of ways.
I know,
their moms. No, I don't.
Real talk. If Rambeau was playing like, and this is not us being stereotypical, but I'll tell you right now, you talk about my mama like that in a room, there's going to be an issue. I might not slap you, but I will verbally smack you. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that she took that kind of just like, oh, hoo-hum, whatever. And I was like, I don't know.
And then just let them exit her out. But like you said, we got to see the aggression taken out in The Plan, which was them just beating the crap out of those guys.
Right.
I'm still excited to see who they're going to be going out to meet. It kind of worked out perfectly that they went off. I feel bad for Darcy, though, because she got stuck behind. And like you said, the hexagon expanded and she's in it now.
So what's going to happen to those people? Is the show going to end with us just being in Wanda's world and her realizing that she's gone out of control, but now can't control it because whoever's controlling her is like, I don't know. What are we going to do? If this does lead into the multiverse of madness, it kind of has to end around here.
Yeah.
If it's going to go expanding into Westview and then all of New Jersey and then New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
We're reaching out. A big thing that we found out in this episode that was subtle but well done, when Pietro was asking her about how did this all start, she just said, I just felt an insane feeling of nothingness, complete nothingness. That was like this overwhelming thing, and it brought her, like, she started doing these things. And so, I mean, it's very interesting because it definitely, like we've been saying, maybe she's being controlled. It seems like she's being controlled. Someone's playing her. Someone's putting in, the power. For you, what was the biggest moment in the episode? Because we got to wrap it up already, man. It's already
Wiccan hearing his dad and him getting his powers. I was just like, oh shoot.
Yeah, I thought it was cool when they showed us Speedy getting his powers, but Wiccan's powers kicking in was even better. I wasn't sure how they're gonna do that. I was like, how are you gonna up this? And then him like fully feeling his father on the outside, which was what I thought was super interesting and important.
Because those kids are real now.
Yes, exactly.
And those kids, the way they introduce those kids, I actually care about Wiccan and Speed now. I didn't give a damn before. I don't care. I didn't care before, but now I'm kind of like, I want to see you guys in the show, maybe, like, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping when they age them up that we're gonna get Young Avengers.
I'd be down for Young Avengers if they're 10. I don't really care for teenagers running around.
Remember, we're having the Hawkeye series, and Kate Bishop's already gonna be in the series. You've already introduced Kate Bishop. You already introduced Speed and Wiccan. They're starting to drop those little hints, man.
She's gonna do No More Avengers. She's gonna do it.
Man, that's crazy. I really hope.
No More Avengers, and then the Young Avengers may have to bring them back on some stupid, like, I don't want to think of it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it may not be a movie, but it'll be like a precursor to something. And while the Avengers were gone, maybe they did Secret Wars. Like, there'll be a bunch of in between, because that's how Marvel goes. They do one story, and then while this one story is happening, several things also happen in that same week, and we're just documenting it this way.
Yeah.
So,
that's it, man. It's wild. Super excited for episode 7. We only got 7, 8, and 9 left, right?
You think this guy's showing up? Do you think this is just like, I don't know?
I know. You mentioned it in the group chat. You were saying, like, you think you find that it's like, why would they do the marketing? I think that if I was Walmart and we had access to anything Vision and Wanda / Scarlet Witch related, I would put it out.
Mad covers, though. They have mad other covers. This one is too, you know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, we'll see. They brought back, like you were saying in your video on IG that you posted, so people don't forget, follow us on IG. Our IGs are right there. But in your video, you talk about the fact that Quicksilver and his partner's in there. His partner
is an Inhuman.
Is an Inhuman. So that would be super interesting. That would be some real interesting connections. I'd be down to see, because I'm a huge fan. Like you guys, if you guys watch this, you know Black Bolt's my favorite character in the MCU. Well, in the Marvel universe, is 616. So I'd like to see him redeemed, other than that horrible show.
Real quick, this episode clocked in at what, 40 minutes maybe?
34
minutes. We got 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
Where they gonna, maybe a 10? I don't know, but I'm thinking just 3. Where are they gonna go?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Folks, once again, GeektastiqCypha, new episode out right now. If you're watching this, we just released the episode. It's Friday, February 12th, by the way. I thought Friday was the 13th the whole time. I kept saying that on the podcast.
It usually is, but nah.
I know, right? But yeah, once again, so make sure you follow us at GeektastiqCypha on IG and on Twitter. If you guys, Skinny and I usually sit down, we might get the other guys to jump in, hopefully at some point, to discuss the WandaVision episodes, because we do like to discuss them right away, give you guys a little bit. We'll probably still end up discussing it on the show, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. That's pretty much it. Skinny, always a pleasure, homie.
Always.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.